Peace, Jelly Bean Killer here. Appreciate you coming through to the video. Today we're going to talk about the possessed Varg. As I told you guys, I wanted to get all the quote-unquote bosses. I know some people wouldn't count this as a boss, but he definitely is a boss fight. He definitely got that respect on his name because once he gets possessed, he turns into a beast. But once you, just like you would with the Barriger or the Deerclops, you're going to kill him next to a Moonstorm event, and then once he dies, he's going to get possessed by one of these, right? Now, the thing about this fight is it can be a very long fight if you don't know what you're looking for with the possessed Varg. So the first thing you want to do is watch out for his first attack and his really most dangerous attack, which is his fire breathing attack. So as I walk up here, I'm going to get him to chase me, and then you'll see his first attack. Now there are two ways to dodge this. You can do it right, you can dodge it like I just did here with the speed, or the most effective way is to run behind him when he breathes his fire out. So once he does his breath fire attack like he does here, right here, I got caught up in it because I don't know what the hell I was doing right there. I just got caught by it. But after he does his fire breathing attack, you're going to run behind him, and when you strike him, long as you strike him while he's breathing fire, you will stun him. He'll fall to the ground, and then you can get a bunch of hits on him. So that's what you're looking for. The thing about him is, as you see, I'm getting destroyed by him right now. The thing about him is all the dogs, right? And because he's possessed, every time you kill a regular dog, they turn into these zombie variants, right? They come off the ground. They come back to life, and then they go crazy. Now they're pretty weak, 2 hits from my planter weapon, 3 hits from like a dark sword or handbat, and they die. But the horror hounds can be very annoying because basically once you kill a dog, they just turn into a horror hound, right? So you got to basically kill the dog twice before you can actually, get him down. Now this is an example of what I was telling you right here about running behind him. You want to run behind him, hit him while he's breathing, and boom, he stuns. I get rid of that dog there, and then look at how many hits I can get. And if you're using a planter weapon, this is a ton of damage right here. You back off, and then you rinse and repeat. The only other attack that he has is the normal bite attack like a Varg would do. Now, one other thing you can do here is what I chose to do because the fight was dragging out so long, is I decided to run him through the Pig King biome. And because it was so many pigs, deers around, and all that good stuff, all the dogs get distracted, and the possessed Varg stays on you. So long as the possessed Varg stays on you, which he always does, and the dogs get distracted by anything, butterflies, gophers in the ground, like anything, they'll run off, and then you can have a 1v1 for a couple seconds, and then you can just do that, rinse and repeat until he's dead, right? Run him away, get him distracted by a bunch of, get the dogs distracted by a bunch of things around it, anything, mosquitoes, bees, butterflies, they'll attack anything just like normal dogs. And then you will have a 1v1, which you can hit 3 times, dodge the bite, hit 3 times, dodge the bite, and then usually every 3 attacks that he does, his third attack is usually that fire breathing attack. That's when you want to run behind him, stun him, get the hits in. One other thing you can do against the horror hounds is, if you would like, you can torch the hounds once they fall to the ground, and that will stop them from turning into horror hounds. But obviously that's going to be really hard to do, which is why I didn't even attempt it, because trying to torch a dog while you got dogs on you and the Varg right next to you is going to be damn near impossible to do. It is a good way to stop you from having to deal with the horror hounds, but because he's howling, constantly bringing more dogs, yeah, I don't even think it's worth it, in my opinion. I think the best way would be to try to cheese this mob, or run them through some distractions so the dogs get distracted, and then you take your 1v1s, he howls again, some more come back, run them through some more distractions, and you just rinse and repeat. That's the quickest way. In my experience, that's the quickest way. It's just to have other mobs around you that can distract the dogs. And that's why I wanted to show you guys this last minute right here of me running around. As you see, there was a couple times where one time I didn't hit him fast enough because I had dogs on me, and then the second time I went behind him, it was like 5 dogs right biting down on me. So I just want to show y'all that so y'all can see how hard it will be to try to do this if you don't have any distraction for the dogs, or you don't cheese them with like traps, pig traps, stuff like that. If you don't try to cheese this boss or distract it, you're gonna basically, now that I think about it, you could possibly get away with maybe tanking with a marble suit, but as you can see, the fire attack does planter damage. So if you don't have planter armor on, it's gonna hurt like hell. As you see, 2 fire attacks and I'm dead. every time I get with a higher fire attack, it brings me down to like half health. So yeah, it's really not worth it in my opinion. Like this boss is already hard enough in itself because it spawns so many dogs back to back to back. Then on top of that, they turn into whorehounds after you kill them. So, like I said, just rinse and repeat everything I told you guys here, and then you should have no problem getting the spark arc. And then I'm gonna also show a video of you guys what the spark arcs are used for, the 3 items, because there's some really cool items that you can use them for if you haven't seen them already. But I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Appreciate you guys coming through. Peace out.